Yo needed an excuse to change the traditional calendar system that was being used for a long time in order to differentiate himself from Imjum Shi. So he made up a story that he got two heavenly signs for a new calendar system. He claimed to find the first sign on a turtle's back that was actually just scratches. Then, as a second sign, he insisted that he found an Maing hype, which comes into a leaf a day, every day between the first day and the 15th day of a month, and then begins to lose one by one, from the 16th day to the last day. After all, Yo ignored the heavenly truth and abandoned the existing calendar of Budo, and then he made a new calendar system. This turned out to be the second disaster for human beings, after Jisoo, she who first ate grapes during the Mughal era. Chapter 18. Imjum Shi was worried about what happened in the place where Yo attacked Myoyi. So he sent Juho Shi and his son, Yusun, the descendants of Yuan Shi, with about 100 people together, including Wanbu and Kwanzaa. As Yuho Shi tried to admonish Yo for his fault, Yo pretended to listen to him and tried to seem to be polite by obeying Yuho Shi's order. Yo also let Juho Shi and his men stay near the river. Yuho Shi took some time to monitor the situation. He kept moving and enlightened the people in that place as well. Yuho Shi, who was more than 2 meters tall with his eyes glaring, didn't need anything but kudzu. And he was 100 years older than Imjum Shi. He took over the work of his father and his grandfather, who had taught people heavenly truth. So he helped Imjum Shi to achieve the goal of bringing people back to the Mughal castle after restoring the heavenly nature in them. But he went through difficult times while doing his job. Yo attracted Yusun, the son of Yuho Shi, in his conspiracy. Yo shared his power as a ruler with Sun and pretended to do his best to help Sun. Then Yo let his 2 daughters courted Sun, and Sun took Yo's 2 daughters as his wives. But his father, Yuho Shi, didn't know that because Yo and Sun kept it secret. As Wanbu, Sun had a problem because he couldn't make good judgments. This was why he fell into the temptation and began to help Yo, his father-in-law, secretly. Chapter 19. Yuho Shi tried to lead Sun in the right direction by giving him warnings when Sun did something that was not good. But Sun just pretended to listen to his father. After all, Sun killed some of the wise men who blamed Yo and conquered Myoyi, as Yo told him. Yuho Shi couldn't stand it anymore. So he punished them. But Sun didn't give in to his father and kept resisting. Sun screamed in frustration because he was confused between who he should side with, his father or Yo. After letting Sun succeed him, Yo hid himself. Yuho Shi said that even though the first disaster caused by eating grapes did not finish yet, another disaster was on its way, and the world became full of sins due to Yo's theory, Ohang. Yuho Shi also said that it became tougher for people to live because the light of the Big Dipper was covered and couldn't be seen anymore, and the world was engulfed in confusion because Yo led them down the wrong path. Yuho Shi kept saying that there was no choice but to correct what's happening. If you commit a sin without knowing and repent and stop it right away, it's okay. But if you keep committing sins even after you know, you'll be punished regardless of who you are. Yuho Shi appointed Yusang, his second son, as a commander of his military and had him attack Sun. It took them several years to win the battle. When hiding from Yusang, Yo died. Sun ran away to Chang'o Field. Most of his men, who survived, scattered in over the world. Then there was Wo, one of Yu's men whose father was actually killed by Sun before the war. He went after Sun in the Chang'o Field and got his revenge by killing him there. The 2 wives of Sun ended up killing themselves by jumping into a river. Then Wo proclaimed that he realized justice by killing Sun. And he pretended not to have work for Yo and tried to seem to be on the side of Yusang. After he persuaded Yusang and his military into a false sense of security, he sent them back. But Yuho Shi kept an eye on Wo. Wo built a new capital city and worked on strengthening his military. Then he called himself a king of Ha Kingdom against Yuho Shi. Chapter 20. Going against Budo, Wo built an altar for a ritual service in Dozan, one of the places in Ha Kingdom. Then Wo conquered tribes southwest of his kingdom. After appointing the conquered leaders as his feudal lords, Wo required them to gather together in Dozan and pay a tribute to him. Wo tried to imitate the Budo system, but it was different because his system was based on the violence. As the world became more confusing, many people tried to escape to Budo. So Wo closed off his kingdom's roads and seaways to Budo, which meant that the Ha Kingdom stopped interacting with others. Wo couldn't attack Budo, though. In response to what was happening, Yuhoshi went to the west and took care of people of Myo-e and connected them with the people from the south, the hometown of Sobu and Hyoyu. They became powerful enough together to form a city of their own. Yuhoshi sent Quan Sadawo to let him know about Yu's faults that Yu misunderstood the heavenly truth. Yu divided the land by himself and claimed that he was the center and the rest should be under his control. Yu also changed the calendar and built his own altar. And Yu attacked and kicked Myo-e out of their place, where they used to make a living by growing crops. Yu just did it in order to raise dogs and sheep instead. Then, Yu proclaimed himself as a king. Under Yu's suppression, people became speechless like the trees, earth, plants and stones. Yu made the world confused by ignoring the heavenly truth. By calling himself a king appointed by the heaven, Yu just pretended to have the heavenly right in order to tyrannize people. If he really had the heavenly right, he should have a power to manipulate the sun and the moon and others. The heavenly right is not the thing that human can proclaim, but the truth itself. Therefore, if anyone claims that he or she has the heavenly right, he or she is lying and also mean and evil. What people have to do is to learn the heavenly lessons, and what the world has to do is to reveal the work of the people who learned the heavenly lessons. The reason why Buddha was built is to help people learn the heavenly lessons and restore their heavenly nature. So people have to do their best effort to learn the heavenly lesson and go back to the Mago Castle as originally planned. People are all equal, whether they teach or they learn, even though there is a difference of who learned what first. And people voluntarily brought their local products to Imjum-shi when they visited Budo, even though it's not necessary. It depends on personal efforts, whether people can restore the heavenly nature by repenting their sins, and then they are able to go back to the Mago Castle. So it has nothing to do with their social status or abilities. Wengeng-shi and Yuan-shi did their best effort to do that. Chapter 21. Yuhoshi knew that the theory Ohing wasn't the proper way to learn the heavenly lessons, because it made mistakes by fixing the number 5 in the center, which was just the intersection of all the other 8 numbers. All numbers from 1 to 9 keep moving, so it's not correct to fix number 5 in the center all the time. All numbers move in circle to make a perpetual motion, which is another way of describing the activities by Yu and Yu which work together to create the world in the beginning. The basic numbers from 1 to 9 was called Jisu. When the square has 25 or 49 columns, not 9 columns in it, it's not always number 5 that comes in the center. But it depends. It could be 4 or 7. To go with the flow, or go against the flow. To appear or disappear, they all explain why the rotating mic should be 4 and not 5. This is because the basic numbers from 1 to 9 are not supposed to change. Also, the whole rotation of Maya ends after it rotates 7 times, and not 5 times. The Ohing theory categorizes things as Jum, Moksu, Wa, and Tu, but dividing Ji into Jum and Tu is not correct, because there's no big difference between them. If dividing the element into 2 were true, Ohing would have to divide the rest of the categories too. Therefore, it should be 4 categories, not 5. Furthermore, there's no reason for using numbers to categorize things. But if you have to, it should be 9 not 5 because the basic numbers are 1 to 9. The theory, Ohing is fake, leading people down the wrong path. So Yuhoshi was afraid that Ohing caused another disaster even though the first disaster didn't end.